Now, we should do everything we can to help the Ukrainians defend themselves. Putin has said that it is an act of aggression to help the Ukrainians defend themselves, which is not true. But he has asserted that, and he has threatened to attack the countries that are helping the Ukrainians. Might he attack Poland? Yes, he might. He might attack Poland. I can absolutely see Russian missile strikes or airstrikes into Poland or into Hungary or into Romania or into any of the states that are, which would be an attack on NATO territory, which would activate Article 5 of the NATO treaty.
Which would mean what would have to happen?
Well, it would mean that we and all of the other NATO member states would need to vote to activate Article 5, which I would hope that we would do. And then what we would do, what I would like to see us do, is what we are now doing, which is, or an acceleration of what we are now doing, which is sending American military power and also British and French and other countries' military power to the NATO borders, to the eastern NATO borders, in a defensive posture to defend. There's no one is talking about attacking, but we have to be prepared to defend against these sorts of things. I am confident that NATO will act, if it acts militarily at all, in an entirely defensive fashion and simply for the purpose of eliminating known imminent threats of attack to member states. But no one is going to talk about an invasion, and we're not going to do that. But we are going to have to change our force posture very fundamentally, which is going to have all kinds of ripple effects, because this is not a short-term crisis. The threat that Putin is manifesting is a threat that's going to be here as long as Putin is here. So we're going to have to be prepared to defend Poland and Romania and the Baltic states from the Russian conventional threat. For the first time since the end of the Cold War, we're going to have to be prepared to defend against the risk of a Russian mechanized attack on NATO member states. The US defense budget is not built to do that. The US force posture is not structured to do that. Our national security documents are not built to do that. We're going to have to change all of that. And we're going to have to rebuild some defense capability, and we're going to have to spend more on defense because China hasn't gone away. We've spent more than 90 minutes here talking about Russia. We haven't talked about China, which is great because I'm not a China expert. But this doesn't reduce the threat that China poses to Taiwan or the requirements to beef up our capabilities in the Pacific. By the way, we've got problems in the Middle East still going on. We haven't talked about that either. And we've got an ongoing series of wars in the Middle East that can engage us at any moment. We've got to get serious about our defenses. And I can tell you right now that the defense budget that we're operating under is insufficient by a lot. And no one wants to hear this. No one wants to spend more on defense, but the world is at war.